Hello, my name is Shawn Lane. I'm a paramedic and I am now 31 years old. I used to be 335 pounds and I was starting to get some pretty significant medical issues. I started noticing myself chronically elevated blood sugar. Having the equipment on the truck, I would check myself periodically, and pretty much no matter when I checked, I would have a high BGL, and I noticed my blood pressure, same thing, slowly climbing. Once I reached to the 150s over 90s, just standing still, not doing anything for 10 or 20 minutes, I decided it was time to do something. I figured I was too young to start taking medications. And I had tried dieting off and on throughout my life, always have been big. So started getting into it. I read a book, actually by Penn Jillette, his weight loss story, and that spurred me into doing things. Tried it his way, essentially whole plant vegan. I did that for about a month, maybe two, and it worked. I saw significant weight loss quite quickly. I lost a lot of weight in the first 2 months, probably 30-40 pounds, but I felt like crap and got very tired of the food very quickly. And at that point I started continuing researching, and I started working back in some meat at the same time because I just needed it. And I started seeing more and more about this ketogenic diet, and I saw some videos from Don D'Agostino and a lot of other creators, and it just dove into the research, made sense to me, so I tried it. I did that for probably another year, and I lost all the way down to about 200 pounds. And all my medical issues pretty much went away, except for, I had depression before I lost all this weight, and chronic GERD, forgot to get into that. Had some joint issues. As I said, I was a paramedic, so I did lots of weird lifting at weird angles and stuff, and had problems with my knees and my shoulders. And a lot of that did get better on keto. I'd say the depression probably 80% better, maybe 75. The GERD probably 80 to 90% better. The joint issues all better except for my left shoulder, which had a more acute injury, probably some kind of torn muscle or torn ligament. But whatever the case, I decided at that point, after watching enough stuff from seeing Shawn Baker and brain has drawn a blank, but I saw quite a bit of other people talking about Carnivore and the success stories that went with it, so I went ahead and decided to give it a shot. Within a month, I had completely restored my chronically inflamed left shoulder, which, like I said, I don't know what exactly I damaged in there, but it was something serious. It was probably about 6 months of just every day had pain, and it just got better and better until it's just gone, and now it didn't bother me at all. Heartburn, gone. Depression, gone. I can't necessarily contribute my hypertension and blood sugars becoming much more normal, actually perfect, to the carnivore. But when I was doing the keto before, I was still pretty heavily meat-based. I would have salads and so on, but I would cram about as much meat as I could in them. And when I wasn't having salads, it was just pan-fried up steaks, chicken, pork, etc., with a little bit of veg thrown in the juice afterwards. So for me, I went from right about 200 pounds, where I stagnated around there, 195 to 200, for about 8 months before I switched to carnivore. Since I've done that, my last weight was 174. I can definitely tell that I've put on a lot more muscle, and I don't work out heavily. I do work out some more body weight kind of calisthenics and resistance, but I've seen a great improvement in my strength. I went from being able to do just a couple pull-ups to being able to knock out, I don't know, 210, I think, was my last record of full body weight pull-ups. If I reduce it a little bit, I can knock out a ton, but yeah, I don't know. High intensity interval stuff, I haven't really tried to do a full workout like that, but just, playing with my buddy's kids and or my dogs, chasing them, etc. I think I can see some improvement. But pretty much the only time I have problems and flare-ups right now is if I eat something I shouldn't. Like, I was over at my parents' house, and they all do keto, but when I was over there, I had a couple days of eating vegetables every day, and got home, went to a barbecue place, got some smoked Brussels sprouts, and I had 2 or 3 days of just the worst chronic diarrhea I've ever had. But outside of that, I don't have any of my old problems with the GERD, etc. digestively. I don't have any constipation whatsoever. My sleep health, again, I'm a paramedic. I work 24-hour shifts. I can't say for sure if anything's gotten better or worse. My sleep schedule's so random that it's hard to say. You do a day where you literally get no sleep no matter what, and then you have another couple days where you can pretty much hibernate if you need to. And I try to practice healthy sleep when I can, stay awake on those off days and go to bed at a normal time, but I can't tell yet. Maybe within a few months I'll know. I do practice... Oh, sorry, it seems like I've been put into a group chat. I do practice intermittent fasting. I eat normally 1 meal a day, sometimes 2. I move that meal around to suit my needs, but normally just 1 meal a day, and I drink coffee. Outside of that, unless I just happen to feel like it or I go somewhere and they're having it, I don't eat any vegetables, just meat, cheese, eggs, bacon. That's pretty much it. But so far, I would say I've had drastic improvements. I love it. I don't see any reason to go back. Not yet. And bare minimum, I'll never be getting out of the ketogenic space. Anyways, I hope this is helpful to you. I wish I had some good before pictures, but as most people, when you were that out of shape and that depressed, you don't really like to take pictures. So I'll see what I can find for you guys. But I hope this helps you out, Shawn. You have a good one.